It's time for the NFC Championship, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through Dallas. It's the 49ers and the Cowboys. Next on EA Sports.
In between the cities of Dallas and Fort Worth, it's Arlington, Texas, host to the grand mecca of football, AT&T Stadium, the home of the Cowboys. Coming up, a terrific matchup to decide who represents the NFC in the Super Bowl. It's the San Francisco 49ers and the Dallas Cowboys. The George Halas Trophy awaits the winner of this one, as well as a spot in the Super Bowl. Thanks for being with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. Greg, the anticipation's thick. Love this moment where we have a champion in the NFC crowned on this field. Couple of teams that don't like each other. What are you going to be watching for in this one, partner?
Yeah, I think one of the coolest things about these conference championship games, Mike, is how well these two teams know each other. When you find yourself here in the NFC, you're playing, not maybe every year, but you're playing each other a lot. You know their tendencies, you know the roster, you know the opposing coaching staff. There's some bad blood built up, not only over the course of this season, but previous ones. And tell you what, we wanted the best two teams in the conference with a game on the line to go to the Super Bowl, and I think we got it.
First and 10 now from the 36.
Yeah!
Now, man, back for his second go-around with the Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott. A nice pickup, moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that play. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll stick with Elliott. And they'll bring him down just shy of midfield, but that is enough. It's a first down.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Again, here's Zeke. He'll get this across midfield down to the 48. Trey Greenlaw in on the tackle. They face 2nd down and 7. A shotgun snap for Prescott. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. That one good for 29.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
It's a first down run with Elliott. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal. Some good running there. Gets them down to about the 2-yard line.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Dak. That is caught. Back corner of the end zone. Jalen Tolbert. Touchdown, Cowboys. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. He's got it. The Cowboys will take the early advantage. They lead 7-0 in this NFC title game. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense set to get to work for the first time. Led out by the last pick of the draft in 2022. Iowa State's Brock Purdy at quarterback.
This place is rocking right now, Mike. I mean, neither one of us can even hear each other speak. This crowd is certainly doing their part. They're trying to create as hostile of an environment as humanly possible to give their team the upper hand. And he's going to have to overcome this atmosphere if he's going to lead his team to the Super Bowl. This isn't going to be an easy task, but...
And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. The NFL's leading rusher a season ago, Christian McCaffrey. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive. Micah Parsons, too tough to stop, gets in to bring him down. So on 4th down, the Aussie Mitch Wisnowski out to punt. Back deep to receive the explosive Cavante Turpin. That's taken on this side of midfield. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Cowboys offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. They'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead. Straight ahead, it's Elliott. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pick up there by the back to pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, here we go. What do you think? What do you think?
Dak going to throw it here on 1st down. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a 1st down with that catch.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline, and that's kind of an innate sense that these...
Now, Kyle Shanahan not happy with that last call, and he's going to put out that red challenge flag. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here. So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just 1 challenge for the remainder of the game. A run on 1st and goal. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. you got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially...
Good blocking, and he's in. Dak Prescott, touchdown, Dallas. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Makes the score Cowboys 14, 49ers nothing.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This taken at the 5. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. 1 quarter down, 3 to go on the road to the Super Bowl. 14-0 is our score. We're back to Arlington in a moment. Second and 7. From the gun, it's Purdy. Ayuk makes the catch right side. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes...
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Purdy now on 2nd down. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. That will make 3rd down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one. Out of the gun. It's Purdy. He's got his tight end, Kittle. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Concern on that sideline here in this NFC Championship game. Purdy now, he'll throw on 1st down. Over the middle to Ayuk, complete. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Here's McCaffrey. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. An injured player on the field, and that is Micah Parsons, who needs some medical attention. Concern on that sideline here in this NFC Championship game. And they'll run here with McCaffrey. A short game, down to the 7. Injury on the field, and it is George Kittle who is in some discomfort. Concern on that sideline here in this NFC Championship game. Line of scrimmage, the 7 for 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10. Two minutes remain here in this first half. We'll return with more of the NFC Championship game after this. 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field. And then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3? Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Cowboys offense and veteran Ezekiel Elliott making their way back out. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down.
Yeah! Here we go! Right there!
Prescott. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
I'll tell you what, Mike, considering how this offense has played in the first couple possessions, I'm surprised that one wasn't completed. It seems like that's the first miss of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Continue to build on this momentum because so far they've come out hot in this one.
The pass rush gets home and he goes down. Timeout 49ers. That is their 2nd. They'll talk things over before 3rd down.
Here we go!
Now Elliott. And he'll take this forward to the 26. The Niners will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. Oh, Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. The 49ers offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race in the NFC. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Shotgun snap to Purdy. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. The connection made to Ayuk. Good work there to get this back close to a 1st down. 13 on the gain. It sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him. He really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. The Cowboys offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They'll start out 1st down and 10.
Yeah! Here we go! I take.
Cooks going in motion. Prescott on 1st down. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
Yeah! Here we go! I take. Ready to take.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. The open man is Tolbert. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long.
The pressure, too much, and he goes down. So, we've hit halftime here in the NFC Championship game. As we'll send you over to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman standing by. He's got the EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Which one of these two clubs is going to be Super Bowl bound? We'll find out in just a little bit. But first, time to look ahead to the AFC Championship coming up later today. And it should be a great one as well, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens matching up against the Miami Dolphins. It was the veteran quarterback Dak Prescott who had it working in the 1st half. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break. These two teams leaving the tunnel, and we'll head out with them. It's time to send it back over to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the 2nd half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the 2nd half. To return is Ricky Pearsall. The Niners offense getting set to get back to work. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back than in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Look them up on a 2nd down and 8. So Kittle comes in motion. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. and long. Now Purdy. He'll try to run for it.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
The 49ers out to punt this one. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Cowboys offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10.
Yeah! Here we go! I take!
Play fake. Prescott. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. That is Leonard Floyd, the veteran who got to the quarterback.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
Now a 2nd down throw for Prescott. Oh, and once again, the pressure too intense. They get him down again.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that 2nd down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3 and out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Cooks going in motion. Dak facing 3rd and long. Catch is made there on the left side by Cooks. Wow, a pretty good comeback to say the least. Not enough for a 1st down, but a really solid pickup. And it brings us to 4th down. The Cowboys get their special teams out on the field. They'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And no run back here. Fair catch taken at the 17-yard line. Here's the San Francisco offense, ready to take possession of the ball once more. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. So Kittle comes in motion. 1st and 10 for Purdy.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
On 2nd down, Purdy. That's hauled in once again. It's Ayuk. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
Quickly to the outside and complete.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Back to the air is Purdy. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
On third down, it's Purdy. Open man, left side, he's got it. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Couple of first downs to start this drive. They're 1st and 10, up at the 42. Throwing again is Purdy. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. One quarter remains in the NFC Championship game. This is the NFL Playoffs on EA Sports. Second and a yard.
Let's go now. Go.
Again in the air for Purdy. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. He was trying to hook up with Deebo Samuel that time. Third down coming up. Needing a yard, they throw with Purdy. Has his man, it's Samuel. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. On the handoff, McCaffrey. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
A corner who is not only a good tackler, Mike, but a willing tackler can be a huge asset to any defense. So often they get a bad rap. They're considered just pass defenders. They want to run around. But for a guy to be able to come up and force the run and keep this to no gain, man, that makes a big difference on any defense.
And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. So Kittle comes in motion. They need 2. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. That's the safety, Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to have it just past their 25.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10.
Yeah. Here we go.
Cooks going in motion. 1st down, Prescott. Open man down the field, it's Ferguson. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
Dak going to throw it here on 1st down. And this ball batted away and incomplete.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
His first catch of this NFC Championship game, good enough for a first down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
Prescott again. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be second down.
Yeah! Here we go! Right, take!
Hand off here to Zeke. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
4-minute offense, Mike, so what does it mean? 1, make the defense use all of their remaining timeouts. 2, continue to pick up first downs, milk the clock. And then 3, if possible, finish with the ball in your hands.
He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down and 8.
Yeah, here we go!
Here's Elliott. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Back to crown the NFC champion after this. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. They'll run Zeke up the middle. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, they'll use another timeout on this side of it at 1:55. Here's a chance to put this game away. First down and goal.
Yeah, here we go!
Here's a run. He is in. Ezekiel Elliott. Touchdown, Cowboys. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here. only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Niners offense about ready to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. From the gun, it's Purdy. Over the middle to Ayuk, complete. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. A short one there, caught by Kittle. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. Timeout 49ers. That is their second. And they'll get together prior to the second down play. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Able to complete it to Ayuk. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Concern on that sideline here in this NFC Championship game. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Back to the air again is Purdy. Open man is Jennings. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. And that ball incomplete.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right, and I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter.
A throw on the move is caught.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
That's caught by McCaffrey. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Now, stoppage here for an injury. It's Christian McCaffrey who's having an issue down there. Concern on that sideline here in this NFC Championship game. Here's Purdy again. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. So it's a win for the Cowboys. As their fans will celebrate, they claim the George Halas Trophy. Champions of the NFC. Next stop, the Super Bowl. So that'll do it for Greg Olson, our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. We'll see you in 2 weeks in New Orleans for Super Bowl 59. Till then, good night, everyone.